My name is Vivian von Brokenheimen, and I support my trans brothers and sisters.
I do definitely believe it's an issue, and it's something that we don't. If you don't identify as someone who's transgender, you would never even think about the things that they really have to deal with. Like, for example, like housing, when they move to a university, like their RAs don't know like that they're trans, or might not even know their name now that they identify as. They may know their other name. Like, it's just, there's a lot of things that you would never think that you have to deal with. You don't have to deal with, but they have to deal with in their everyday lives. So it's totally an issue we need to tackle.
Yeah, I do. I don't personally know anybody who is transgender, but I can imagine how difficult it must be at like this time to try to become like more like involved with like the whole culture with everything and coming out to other people.
I don't feel nothing about it. I believe whatever gender you choose to be, I mean, I guess that's your own self prerogative or whatever. I ain't got nothing against the transgender or whatever. I just choose heterosexual.
I believe the biggest misconception about the trans community today is that there's always that kind of prior knowledge that most trans people aren't up to no good, and or are doing things that are, you know, illegal or that aren't really in the best of their benefits. And I think that's a truly out of the water, ridiculous interpretation of what a trans community would be considered. I think that honestly, I feel that trans people have to work a lot more harder because of the fact that they do have this kind of different mindset upon how they work things out. So I think the biggest misconception would just be underestimating the fact that trans people are coming within their own.
I believe that it's that they don't actually have a lot of safe spaces that they can go. I work in an impulse store where we actually cater to a lot of the trans lifestyle. We sell binders, we sell a lot of stuff to the drag community, and it's a very non-judgmental zone. We don't really use gender-like pronouns. Yeah. I don't know. And I feel like there needs to be a lot more safer like places like shows and stuff like that that people can go to. Mm-hmm. We're always welcome to come to my show. I usually roll with like a fun crowd. I don't know. There's a lot of fear and a lot of crazy stuff that happens. It's still, the world's a scary fucking place. They just need to know that there are people out there that love them, don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like we're here no matter what. Like, they're family. So
I think the biggest issue is the fact that most trans people will tend to act in a sense that is the most natural to them, which to others will be a little more misunderstanding. Mm-hmm. I think that learning not just the mental aspect but also the physical aspect that comes with being transgendered, I think that would make people understand the community a little bit more, because there's a lot of psychological play that comes into being trans that tends to be the main reason why most trans people have to go get counseling and or have somebody they can find an outlet to, because a lot of the times they end up bottling it all inside. Yeah. And then they end up, that's how most people end up causing suicide, or they end up being on the suicidal hotline or things of that nature because they don't have an outlet. And I feel like the biggest issue is the fact that we need people to talk to, damn it, okay? Let me talk to people and get them to understand the way I feel, and that's how we'll be able to help the situation.
For those who didn't know, I am transgender, and I have been transitioning since 2003. Been on hormones since 2005, but I've known that I've been transgender since I was a small child. I wanted to just let you guys know that I support gender equality, and I want the rest of you to get on that bandwagon, make some allies, and for those of you who are allies, we appreciate you. We couldn't make it, we couldn't survive without you. If you need to get in touch with me, if you have any questions, if you need me for anything, you can always go to GatlinDameGroup.com, or you can email me at gagegatlin@gmail.com. Gage, GAGEGATLYN @gmail.com. Happy to answer any questions that you have. We run a small support group here in Dayton, Ohio, and if you're in the area and you ever want to stop by, just shoot me an email and I'll get you that information.
My biggest resource I feel that was very beneficial for me would be the lavender listings. The lavender listings give a very great outlook within any kind of resource that you would need that is going to be LGBT friendly. They have doctors, they have psychiatrists, physicians, etc., so on and so forth. Not just the lavender listings, but I also feel like just your general friends, anybody who you know that is within transition, and or any entertainer who you know may or should be transitioning will be of a good help as well. You know, and it doesn't hurt to ask. You know, whenever you feel like there's like an awkward situation or you don't really know the answer to something, just ask somebody. They're going to give you a damn answer. Whether you like it or not, they're going to give you an answer. And nine times out of 10, if you're asking something that is in regards to the trans community, it's more than likely going to be helpful and beneficial.